I'm Jackie.
And I'm Ashley. Welcome to the Witching Hour.
Ooh, the Witching Hour is a little extension of Dumb Witch Club where we give out a Witchy Quickie.
Ooh.
I said give out.
You did. You said give out. I love that.
Yeah.
Adorable. So, what a Witchy Quickie is we give you a big topic. We break it down into bite-sized pieces. And while we're doing that, we have a little sip of something to drink.
Yes. So what we have today, we have debated the pronunciation of this for several minutes. We have not helped ourselves by doing the little lookup thing where they do the pronunciation.
No,
but
it didn't help.
We're going with Pomelo.
Pomelo
Wine Company. This is Sauvignon Blanc, California, vintage 2021. It says here.
Is that vintage?
No, and that's just vintage. Just means the year that it was from. It doesn't mean vintage like thrifting.
I'm a dummy who knows nothing about wine.
But we're
It
gonna drink
smells so good. I'm always smelling it.
It does smell good. It's from Napa. Ooh. It's very citrusy. It's not super dry. Got a little bit of robustness to it.
You're always the Paul Giamatti, and I'm always the Thomas Hayden Church in this situation. You're like, it's this, and it's this, and it's this, and I'm like, that tastes pretty good.
I know. Yeah, no, I know. Well, it doesn't say much on there, but it's a little tart, because a pomelo is like kind of like a grapefruit type of citrus fruit.
I would agree with tart.
So it's not like a lemony citrus. It's kind of like a grapefruity citrus. It has a little bit of that like weird like bitter acidity. Anyways,
I don't know how I feel about it, but we'll keep drinking it.
Yeah, no, it's definitely not terrible. So
no, it's not terrible. I'm just like, it's not one of those ones where right away you know.
Yes, no, I agree, and it's sort of complex and interesting. So,
good.
All right,
it's a complex topic. So
yes, good. Okay. So we are giving you a short breakdown of a huge topic. The topic is fate.
Yeah.
Are you doomed?
Are you doomed? Does your birth chart doom you to some type of outcome?
Yes.
For your life.
Your whole life.
That
you have no control over.
Right.
At all. It's written in the stars, like it or not.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. How do we feel about this? Well.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. First of all, when we talked about this topic and you proposed this topic, I had to think about it, and I was like, okay, let's just nail down what we're talking about in terms of fate, right? Okay.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
And this is what we're going to say, and so then this is what we're talking about, right? And this is what I said, and I hope you agree. It's fate, it's a cause and effect mechanism, right? It's the bigger picture, the greater good. It's related to that bigger picture in some way, right? We all have our little part within that.
Yeah.
And the lessons we have to learn that contribute sort of to that bigger picture, right? And we have to fulfill our potential like within that.
Yes, I agree with that.
Okay.
I also sort of differentiate between fate and destiny.
Okay.
And that I think maybe your fate is part of this big picture.
Yes.
But I think your destiny is the more personal trajectory.
Okay.
Within that. And that's just, again, sort of the way that I think about these words.
Yeah. Okay. I like that. Yeah. I think it's necessary to kind of like nail down what you think of and like what you believe in terms of that too,
Well, but I think the question is, do we believe in fate at all?
Oh God. I don't know. I mean, yeah.
So yes, you do?
Yeah, because I do think that I don't think that there are coincidences. I think that everything is part of this bigger picture, like I said, this sort of like karmic ideal, whatever it is, there's this ideal. Like whoever created it, who's ever in charge of it, I don't know, okay, but there is something. So I do think that we do each play a part and that it is a specific thing that is like geared towards that. Even if we don't understand why things happen to us individually, it is part of kind of that bigger thing. Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, see, because it's interesting. I also don't think that there's any coincidences.
Right.
But I think it's because you are personally authoring your life at all times.
But I believe that too. I believe both.
Yeah.
Yeah, I believe both.
Oh, Forrest Gump.
I know. Oh.
Is it a box of chocolates, or is it the feathers twirling around on the breeze, like Lieutenant Dan said?
Yeah, well,
it's both happening at the same time.
It's both, because we are creatures of fate, but we also have free will. It's that paradox, right, that we're never going to figure out, and we're always talking about, and it's every topic we talk about, and it exists in every piece of literature and everything, right? It's that.
Okay, but does your astrology birth chart lock you in to a fate?
No.
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 Nope.
No. That is a hard no.
I agree. That's a hard no.
That's a hard no. It's a blueprint of what you can be in terms of that cog that you are in that grand wheel. It's a blueprint of what that particular piece is that you play.
Yes, I agree. And I think that your birth chart represents potential.
Yes, potential.
Potential for fulfillment.
Yes.
Of whatever might be contained there. And it also contains the challenges that will be in your way as you try to move towards that potential. And how that actually plays out is dependent on so many things that make it different.
Absolutely. Yeah, because I think, reducing things down to like, oh, it's just fate, right? It removes what you're describing, which is that you are authoring these things and that it is your responsibility to take accountability, responsibility for the choices you're making and the impact that they have. If you just say chalk it up to, oh, well, it's going to happen anyway, it removes all of that, which removes our individuality. And like, that's not the important part. The important part is who we become in these situations, not what the actual situation is.
Yes, no, I totally agree. And so as much as we like to blame astrology, and we say that jokingly and also, sometimes seriously, I really don't think you can blame astrology.
No, you can't. And I think that that's why people have been like over the years reticent to even like want to believe in astrology or whatever, right? Because they are looking at it as, oh, well, that's just telling me everything that's going to happen. Like, that can't possibly be real. But that's not what we're saying. That's the opposite of what we're saying. That's just reducing it down to something that is not what we're talking about. Like, the inner affects the outer affects the inner. It's a circular process.
So is what you're saying, I cannot just be like, well, my boyfriend's a Scorpio and he's a dick and I love him anyway.
No.
Okay. Might have to revisit my life choices.
Cheers.